one person down fast.
The Bane! Oh! Wait!
Oh,
wait. I had... Bane was popping up in certain regions. For example, like Cambodia, I think Myanmar as well. We've been seeing a couple of Banes, but if there's one...
Giving you a chance to wave clear. But one thing that Bane is able to do in the lane is that he's got sustainability. He's able to heal his HP back, and he does have pretty annoying poke abilities as well, which kind of takes away some of that lane priority that we know of so much coming in from a Harif.
Can't wait to see this game still kicking off. I mean, for the Bane, so one change that this patch did bring upon for one of the talents, aside from adding 2 new talents, is also Impure Rage, right? Now it no longer deals flat damage that scales with level, it deals max HP damage, a constant 4% max HP damage, if I'm not mistaken, which means the value just goes up. It scales way better into late game because max HP is always great. Some pressure onto Alien also.
Like Alien's HP is going all the way down. Diablo flickers in forward. And we have JPL coming in with a quick little help. That's Alien going down that early.
That is a straight up disaster. Absolute disaster. That should not happen with a Yuzong. Usually Yuzong is the one that forces you away, but this Yuzong got first blooded, right? He had petrified. There's no way of running away. Yeah, I mean, Diablo just absolutely psychoed him. This mind game's too strong. Wow.
And okay, so we know that there's a winning lane in the top lane for now, right? In the end, even if Yuzong goes down, he can still come back into the game pretty early, pretty fast, and he will be able to catch up in terms of gold and EXP in just matters of time, because Yuzong just doing Yuzong things, right? But NIP Flash, we are looking for that information, and you see, take a look at the minimap. Cho is constantly just mirroring where the opponent's roamer is going. He's constantly just giving information to the rest of his team so that whenever NIP Flash goes for the gank, they know if whether the Grok is gonna be there or not.
Yeah, and JPL is doing a very good job just, you know, as we call it, manning Apex 47, like making sure that wherever this Grok goes, basically, right, just playing tag, the man-to-man defense from NIP Flash, and also tracking what Tianzi is gonna be. Ideally, you want to force him to use the Retribution to secure a turtle for your team. We see JPL. He's gonna hit his ultimate soon and making sure that he delays this as much as he can.
Not sure whether he will be able to do much in the bottom lane, but for now, top lane though, TZ did manage to use the Feathered Airstrike, did manage to do a chunk of damage away from Alien, but no, quick little Terrify, ensure that he will not be able to do much, and it's Rosa with the Feathered Airstrike stolen away from KurtZ. They managed to bring Hades down into the ground, facing flat. With a 1:1 scoreline right now, the turtle is currently available for FIREFLUX to take.
Incredible save by Rosa, and the Stolen Feather Airstrike combined with the wild charge from Apex 47 as he hit forward on time to take out Hades. So Turtle still open up, but the flicker from Rosa actually gets him out in a flash. That could have been deadly.
Now I'm just really looking out for the battery between Cho and someone else. I'm not too sure if whether NIP Flash have that potential to really burst that one person down in the early game, even if JPL has managed to isolate this one player. So that is probably my only concern for NIP Flash. No battery, no bueno.
And I mean, this is a way better start for FIREFLUX, right? Stolen Feather Airstrike used just to clear the wave. So NIP Flash, they definitely are not gonna have the snowball that they, you know, kind of experienced in game 1, and Apex 47 forcing Vanish to go for an even bigger rotation, which means the plating on this bottom side is gonna go over the Sunshine. I mean, Vanish is already put behind in terms of experience as well. So I mean, you can see that this Bane into Harry matchup not really the best. Vanish holding his ground pretty well in games so far.
Yeah, when it comes down to theory, I thought that with the sustainability from skill 2, he should be able to kind of stay in lane for an extended period of time while still being able to poke the Harith as much as possible while still clearing out the wave a tad a little bit. But it doesn't seem like he's able to get close to the waves enough to really do anything anything good to the Harith.
Hades shows up, right? They find Apex 47. That's the wild charge used. And the flicker.
Wait, that's not a flicker from Diablo, though. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, a flicker from Apex. Okay,
my bad. Flicker from Apex.
So, at least they did manage to take that flicker away from FIREFLUX. So they are pretty much in a pretty good stance for the next total fight, which is coming up in about 35 seconds. While NIP Flash is posing themselves down in the bottom lane with putting JPL. I believe that he already used his Way of the Dragon, but immediately after that, Sunshine popped off with a Purify to ensure that he's not going to be caught out that easily.
And no watch out for Apex 47, unfortunately. Did get the Purify out of Sunshine with the Way of the Dragon. That's what NP Flash wants to look for, right? Some crucial resources for FIREFLUX Esports, making sure that they are always lacking something. For TNZ, amping out the tempo.
Immediately just jumping in to try to steal away the purple buff, but the Tempest of Blades just lands on top of Hades, brings him down almost immediately. And NIP Flash losing control of their jungle. Katizi forced to go for a flicker to get himself away from the hands of Alien.
Even Vanny's getting finished off down bot as Rosa and Sunshine work together to take him out. All things considered, Diablo did get the top tier 1, so NIP Flash, they might have given up a couple of kills and eventually the second turtle, but they're not too far behind, I suppose. FIREFLUX, you can see that, you know, when you have multiple win conditions, when you have heroes that don't necessarily have to be together, they are self-sufficient, this is what you can achieve. It's a more comfortable early game.
An easier game to play, I would say, if you have side laners that just naturally win in the lane, and you just have to execute your game plan as per your trading. So FIREFLUX definitely do have the luxury of doing that. In the meantime, JPL tries to go for an engage onto Rosa, but unfortunately wasn't able to do quite much, as Katizi, being the anchor of the team, popping up with the Feathered Airstrike, essentially saves the rest of his team, allowing them to run back to the first tier defense turret.
Apex 47 even cancelling the recall of JPL. You see FIREFLUX Esports are definitely slowly but surely getting the lead. They're turning their attention to the top side, so that tier 1 is 100% going to fall. And NP Flash, they need a lot more time for Vanix and Hades to skill up. And FIREFLUX are trying to kind of shrink at that time frame. Don't want to let NP Flash have
a way better game for FIREFLUX Esports. They definitely have a better grasp of the game now, especially since TNZ is able to farm pretty effectively. In the meantime, Rosa down the bottom lane finds himself taken down, and the rest of NIP Flash seems like they really want the blood of Apex 47. But I don't think that is going to be all that simple though, as Alien's just going to be hiding around the brushes. But I don't think that they will be able to catch anyone, except for the fact that Diablo with the quick little armor fendant onto Apex 47, but not enough damage to really do anything good.
Yeah, not yet, at least. I mean, the NIP Flash, they got the kill onto Rosa, so that's good. I believe the kill went over to Kurtizi. Even see Alien in the mid as well. JPL was fishing for a kick side against it. NIP Flash, I think they don't really need to rush.
Immediately with the armor fender, did manage to collect down onto Alien. And the battery of having the Feathered Airstrike being used to make sure that they bring Alien down. I guess that is one of the batteries that we can look out for, but is after all going to be an ultimate that's being used. As now Way of the Dragon connecting on TNZ, Hades takes down the Ling, and they have also managed to steal away the purple buff. The next one on the chopping block, they want to go for Rosa, but Rosa, he did manage to steal the ammo fendant onto Diablo, and he did manage to connect onto that, allowing Harif to drop down the Zaman Force, brings him down. But NIP Flash, they're not going down without a fight.
What?
As Vanix and Katizi joins into the fray and immediately take him down. That puts FIREFLUX with 3 men down, and NIP Flash have got the Lord.
So much damage from Vanix. Flickers, Deadliest Catch, and a Crab Wall Cannon. And even a passive splash in the face of Sunshine, who evaporated just like that. NIP Flash getting the first Lord. Lee now falling towards them, and this is a magic bane. You get a Holy Crystal Lightning Truncheon. No wonder Sunshine evaporated just like that.
That explains. Having a Mage Bane onto their side. Boy, oh boy. Definitely a lot more annoying to deal with. So now, now FIREFLUX, they really have to do quite a lot of itemization to really work with that. Now, looking at that. Boy, oh boy, the Deadly Catch. Indeed, real deadly.
It just rips through Sunshine. I don't think FIREFLUX can hold on to this tier 1 anymore, not with the Lord on top. JPL is going to conceal to look for some angle. In fact, he postures himself in that pixel bush, just so if FIREFLUX shows up to defend, they can get even more picks. And NIP Flash setting themselves up for success.
But it may be a little bit too early for us to say that, as I'm pretty sure that FIREFLUX, they are posturing themselves for something. But Vanix gets a kill down on the Alien with the big help coming in from the side of JPL to really go for the catch. Unfortunately, Hades is just going to be suffering a fate similar to Alien. But Sunshine takes a kill down on the Vanix. JPL focuses himself onto Sunshine. Oh!
JPL! All things considered, FIREFLUX only losing Alien in the process. We felt like more good counter engage from Apex 47 once more with the Flicker Wild Charge to disable Hades and Vanix in that fight. But I gotta say, Vanix's damage is out of this world. Almost two-shotting Sunshine if he didn't have the extra shield from the Chrono Dash. But at least FIREFLUX Esports still keeping the game even.
NPFL jumping onto Curtizi, but I don't think that Curtizi will be that easy of a kill. But now the Wild Charge misses out on the Diablo. He will be able to clear out the wave just so easily. NPFL managing to defend their middle lane first-tier defense turret.
The fact that NPFL didn't even get top tier 2 is good news.
And now JPL with a Dragon connecting on Rosa. He does have Ammo Fender though, so look out for that! As now we have Sunshine with the Furious Dive, manages to connect on the 2. As such, JPL and Diablo is gonna be taken down while Alien puts himself in the Black Dragon form, really zones away the rest of NPFL as they say, we are done, we've got the 2 kills that we need.
NPFL getting a bit impatient with their plays. JPL went for the kick, but unfortunately his teammates do not have enough damage, and they even ate a Petrify in the face as well. So, I mean, NPFL got to slow down a little bit, right? Vanix has a lot of damage, but he still, at the end of the day, needs to get up close and personal. FIREFLUX Esports taking control of the map, but NPFL at least still have the mid-tier 1.
And because of the mid-tier 1, I think that is a lot more difficult for FIREFLUX to really take control of the river at this point in time. Well, Dragon connecting down on a Rosa, and that was a pretty fast kill. I would say that the Vanix with the Mage Bait is the battery of the show because of the massive amount of burst that we weren't expecting at all.
Some people might not realize, but Cho got a slight buff on Jit Kundo. It covers a lot more distance with his dashes right now. That's why JPL moved across half the screen with his full combo.
Pretty scary, I gotta have to say. But now the Black Dragon form emerges, and Apex 47 emerges as well. What was that deadly catch? What was that damage? And now TNC hoping that he'll be able to run away. He will not. But the Lord was taken by FIREFLUX in the end, so that is a little bit of consolation. But unfortunately, there's only Rosa available to defend against this middle lane raid. Will Rosa be able to stay alive long enough though?
I don't think they can keep this alive, unfortunately. Feather airstrike as well.
But wait, he did manage to get that kill. And even for the Lord, he's going to be bursted down almost immediately. Alien and Apex 47, they are going to be back here in the Land of Dawn. And NPFL understands that this is as far as they can go. Taking the inhibitor in the mid, that's all they want.
This is a negative net gain from a Lord. You get the Lord, but you lose it in an inhibitor, and I don't think they can even get the top tier 2 because Diablo is gonna clean it up in a flash as well. NPFL almost 3k ahead. Definitely not the big lead just in like game 1. In fact, top tier 2 eventually did go down as Diablo didn't have enough damage to clear it out.
Oh
but Vanix, my goodness.
Oh!
He is online, this man.
What items? My goodness. We don't see Mage Bane all that much. So honestly, having to see him on the stage right now and the massive amount of damage that he's able to deal to the rest of the members of FIREFLUX, that's definitely very scary to see.
Incredibly scary, in fact. I think NPFL getting a bit of control of the game already, and the fact that mid inhib is down is a big deal for FIREFLUX Esports. Because now the side lanes are going to be a lot more threatened. Top tier 2 goes down. The conceal from FIREFLUX not bearing any fruits. Rosa just got the blood wings, but NPFL just setting up for an ambush.
I'm thinking about one of the new item change, Stealing Time. Would that actually make any sense for Vanix to pick up? Because we know that Daily Catch is pretty darn scary after all. But for now, Curtizi with the Feathered Airstrike did manage to get a kill down onto Rosa. That is one of the main core players from the side of FIREFLUX Esports that's taken down. The second core player, TNZ, is also down. But it is not all sunshine and rainbows for NPFL, and it is a 2-for-2 trade after all.
I gotta say, the magic burst damage.
JPL catching down on the Apex 47, but I don't think that they have enough damage for all of that at all. He immediately Jikundo, or rather Shumpo himself out of that. Sunshine looking to get the final kill on a JPL, but the main fight was actually onto Vanix because he focuses down onto Alien, brings him down, and the zoning wasn't able to do much, but Apex 47! Oh, big wild charge coming in, being able to ensure that JPL and Katizi goes down, leaving Vanix all alone. Apex 47, the man!
Absolutely savior, Apex 47. Literally saved his team. NIP Flash did not expect him to still be in that bush. And this not only kind of balances out the skill, FIREFLUX Esports, but also opens up Lord possibility for them.
Oh boy, 14:16. Let's look at things in the grand skill, right? In the grand scheme of things. We have a total of 1 Lord that's taken by the hands of FIREFLUX and 1 Lord taken by the hands of NIP Flash. But this is quite literally what we want to see from FIREFLUX. All the adaptability that we were talking about. Apex 47 going in with that wild charge. Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Even Apex 47 just got the immortality. So second life, the second Lord granted to FIREFLUX Esports. Plus NIP Flash, they gotta kind of look out a little bit, right? Like you have better airstrike, you have a lot of damage, sure, but all your damage dealers are pretty fragile. Like if TNZ gets his hands on you, if Sunshine gets on top of you, if you get crowd control by Alien and Apex, a lot of things to consider for NIP Flash. You can't just go for the cookie cutter play of I pull someone in with the I'm offended and hope to burst them down without any repercussions. It just does not work like that.
In the meantime, as the Lord postures itself up in the top lane, the rest of the members from FIREFLUX focuses onto the middle lane because that's the only tier 1 that's available. In the meantime, we do have the wild charge coming from Apex 47, but the Crown did manage to make sure that Vanix is going to be A-okay for now. Diablo walks away with not a lot of help to work with, but never mind, because NIP Flash, they did manage to take quite a lot of ultimates away from FIREFLUX. In fact, 4 ultimates. While NIP Flash, they still have quite a bit to work with. Most importantly, the Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, the fact that Vanix saw particular incoming gang and instantly Winter Crown before the wild charge was even remotely close to him. Him staying alive is very crucial because he's one of the main damage dealers that's going to help push the lane, and look at that.
Oh,
Lord JPL
flickers out, but TNZ, he did manage to ensure that JPL is taken down for now, as now we're just going to be looking at Alien, just going to be connecting down onto the rest. Diablo and Vanix is just going to go back for a tad little bit. They did manage to bring Apex 47 down. Sunshine, before backing off completely, he manages to take away the inhibitor turret in the top lane, but Katizi with a feathered airstrike, flickers on forward to do additional damage over to the side of Harif, but now the Winter Crown connects down onto Sunshine, but unfortunately it will only keep himself alive for a tad bit longer, but he still goes down in the end.
What a call from NIP Flash. Katizi committing his flicker just to cover more ground with the feather airstrike, telling his team that, guys, we can go, we can beat them. Takes out Sunshine and Alien in the process as they did not have the battle spells or did not have the resources left. So NIP Flash clapping back, both teams losing an inhibitor. I don't think NIP Flash can end the game, but they can definitely do some serious damage.
At least try indeed. Tempest of Blaze is going to be used. We do have the deadly catch that unfortunately did not manage to connect onto anyone. They're just going to be focusing down, but unfortunately that is going to be the wall charge that's going to be connecting onto the main front lines. And such Hades is going to be taken down, terrified on the Diablo as well as Vanix. But now the Winter Crown is going to be used from the Sun Diablo, only leaving him alive for a tad little bit longer. Katizi hoping that he'll be able to stay alive. He pops in himself his own Winter Crown, but that pulled Alien backwards just so that both Vanix as well as JPL will stay alive a little bit longer. It's time for FIREFLUX to clap back.
Critical mistake from NIP Flash. I'm not really sure what the calls were, but that definitely was not an endgame angle. Not with Rosa around, the terrified crowd control. Oh, so important to stop NIP Flash from dealing more damage. They try to kind of blitzkrieg the crystal, but end up giving up their life, and even worse, might end up giving up this Lord as well.
It's unfortunate for sure. The greediness from NIP Flash thinking that they can really end the core like that. Didn't really quite... I'm pretty sure that they expected Apex 47 with that wild charge, but probably not exactly that well prepared for it. As such, losing so much out of all of that, this is definitely a really tough pill for NIP Flash to swallow, as the Lord, the 18-minute Lord, will now be granted over to FIREFLUX to fight for their cause.
Yeah, the third Lord of the game for FIREFLUX. So far, all the Lords were uncontested. NIP Flash, they know that they had to give it away and just play it from behind. And this is the opportunity for FIREFLUX to potentially crack open the entire base of NIP Flash or even look for endgame angle. JPL needs the catch of his life.
We're just waiting for that perfect opportunity. But even if JPL did manage to go for the catch, the question is always if whether Vanix will be able to burst that one person down, or if Katizi will specially use his Feather Airstrike just for that one-man catch. But looks like the answer is to use the Feather Airstrike to wave clear in the middle lane as they prepare themselves for the Lord to push up in the top lane and the Mega Creeps down at the bottom. This is definitely a lot tougher for them to even recover from.
It's a staggered wave as well, so NIP Flash.
That's from Diablo. They did manage to connect down on the two-person, but they didn't really want to go all in for that. NIP Flash playing things a little bit slowly to ensure that they bring down the Lord nice and just pretty much just going out for that. In the meantime, Katizi is just going to be popping out with the Feather Airstrike while Alien pops off with the Black Dragon form. Boops away that ultimate from the side of Katizi, but unfortunately out of all of that, FIREFLUX did lose TNZ and NIP Flash is just going to be running it down onto Alien as now JPL manages to land the way of the dragon right on top of him. I don't think they will be able to connect anymore from this point onwards. So NIP Flash, they're just going to be running in middle lane without Alien and TNZ. This might be the chance that they are looking out for.
That could be the second win. Can Rosa do it again? Just stole the I'm offended.
It needs to be a big catch. It needs to be big, but now the deadly catch is just going to be tossed right out. Rosa did manage to connect on quite a lot by Hades. He focuses on the core. NIP Flash clinches a 2-0 victory away from FIREFLUX Esports, the dream team of Turkey.
Unprecedented performance from NIP Flash. Game 1 was but losing the game. NIP Flash keeping their composure at the very end. This game definitely a lot closer compared to game number 1, but I gotta say NIP Flash left a mark on the stage today.
At least this game really showed us what FIREFLUX Esports is made of. Not that easy to be bullied by NIP Flash, because game 1, yeah, we can just kind of say that it's not a good game for FIREFLUX Esports, but game number 2 definitely showed so much more promise. That back and forth situation coming in from these two teams definitely made that game such a nail-biting experience, and I gotta have to say, indeed, what a show coming in from FIREFLUX and NIP Flash.